Pull a meal, and they ain't even have the goddamn bill.
Hello and welcome everybody to Factual Opinions, the only place to get the correct opinion on the state of video games. And today I'm taking a look at Sony and Santa Monica's latest entry in the God of War series, God of War. That's right, no number. Now my review of God of War is going to be a little bit different. Before its release, God of War had over 100 reviews, all going into the game's incredible transformation from the previous entries in the series. The graphics and presentation of its story being completely different in its approach, the evolution of Kratos as a lead character, his son Atreus adding a new layer of depth and heart to an otherwise bleak, one-note main character really resonated with critics and fans alike. The additions of gear, loot, a Darksider style of backtracking when you earn new abilities and secrets galore. The change to Norse mythology is perfect, but it's also treated with care to the lore and it has some very deep cuts from the mythology that are a bit more grim and serious than the Marvel version of Thor and Norse gods the average fan may have come accustomed to. All of that is true, and it's riveting and it helps God of War evolve from just a cool, big scale action game to one of the best action adventure games of all time, period. That much is true, and if that's all it would still be one of the greatest games I've played in a long time, and easy to recommend for newcomers or veterans alike. My experience with the game was a bit different. God of War presents you with multiple difficulty options right up front. The standard easy, normal, and hard, and then there's a fourth option. It's called Give Me God of War, and it's so hardcore, it warns you twice before you start that once you start, you cannot disable it without beginning a whole new game all over from scratch. I decided, why not, because I am a glutton for punishment, and I chose to stream and record the entire experience front to back. What I didn't see in the reviews or in other forms of media was how intense the action in this game is. The combat in general has been greatly changed from the older games, with the new tight over-the-shoulder camera, light and heavy attacks being on the triggers, a dodge and a roll system, and a brand new axe replacing the Chains of Chaos. It brought a lot of Dark Souls comparisons early on. The more fitting comparison for me, however, would probably be Ninja Gaiden Black. Let me explain what I mean by that. The new God of War has a lot of RPG features, but it never goes all the way in that direction. You can get XP and you do level up, but you don't farm in this game. You can't hit a bonfire and just grind out enemies till you are maxed out. It's not a game where power leveling is the function or the focus. You cannot use co-op, so the action is always pure. Every combat encounter is designed and balanced according to what you will have on hand at that moment in the game. Every enemy is placed with a purpose, and as hard or impossible every battle seems, you can always get through it. Every tool and move in Kratos' set of skills is needed and pushed to the limits. The throwing axe goes from being a neat gameplay tool to being pivotal for every encounter. Much like the pistol in Resident Evil 4, aiming it at legs to stagger enemies or to knock projectiles out of the air to set up more devastating combos or grab attacks is absolutely crucial to victory. It all leads to a white-knuckle combat experience, the type of character action that I haven't played through since the classics like DMC3 and Ninja Gaiden Black. Every combat encounter feels like a puzzle between the different enemy types, your weapon set, and being able to execute and have the dexterity to manage the crowd and single out threats as you whittle them down and persevere through these encounters. It's an intense, pulse-pounding action experience on top of all the other things that I have mentioned, and it all adds up to making God of War my favorite PS4 game ever and one of the all-time classic action games. The additions to Atreus, the deeper cuts of Norse mythology, and the incredible action really lend itself to a new type of experience and an absolute evolution in the God of War franchise. Don't miss it. It's a 5 out of 5 and an easy front runner for Game of the Year. That's my factual opinion. Thanks you guys for watching. The full written review is at ntfgaming.com. If you like it, please hit that button down below, and I'll see you guys next time.